Hello everyone! I'm here today at Rio Cosmico, my homestead, which is located in Kumeyaay territory in the Cuyamaca region of the Cleveland National Forest. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 6 ways to work with one of my oldest herbal allies, mugwort. Mugwort is sometimes called the witch's herb because they are so beloved to witches and wise women everywhere across time. They're also considered one of the sacred herbs of the Druids, the wisdom keepers of our Irish ancestors, so precious that it was widely agreed that without mugwort, we would no longer be able to be Druids. This is because they're a plant that can help us to open our senses, allowing us to perceive more of what's happening in the natural world, and as such, can teach us about all the other plants in our environment. This is also why I like to call mugwort the people's ayahuasca, because ayahuasca is also known as a plant that can teach us about all the other medicinal plants growing in her ecosystem. Now, when green witches sing the praises of mugwort here in North America, we're usually talking about one of 2 species. Artemisia vulgaris, meaning common mugwort or Artemis of the people, or Artemisia deglaussiana, named in the decidedly less romantic manner where men think that they've discovered something new and name it after themselves. Working with mugwort is not new, and Mr. Douglas did not discover it any more than a male priest named Gabriel discovered the fallopian tubes after midwives had been practicing sophisticated women's health care for thousands of years. This plant has always been there for me, and today I'm going to share with you my favorite ways of working with them. My number 1 way to work with mugwort is to simply hang a bundle of the herb, fresh or dried like I have here, to help protect your space from any form of unwanted energies. This may include memories, soul fragments, meddling spirits, false friends, and even disincarnates, commonly known as ghosts. You can also make a wand of the leaves while the plant is still fresh and pliable and use it to clear your space. Now, we hear so much about working with white sage for this same intention, but it's not the only space clearing game in town, and has even become endangered due to careless overconsumption by the presumably well-intentioned hippies in recent years, making it so there's none left for the original stewards and caretakers of this plant that are, for many of us, the only reason that we know about the medicinal properties of sage in the first place. So, sage is notoriously hard to cultivate, whereas mugwort can be easily cultivated for our own supply, so we think that this is a pretty good idea. I like to start out by tying my bundle in the middle. Then I wrap the top and the bottom half separately so that your wand doesn't completely fall apart while on fire, which can result in spraying embers onto your rug, or worse, your dog or someone else's hair or ceremonial dress. You can keep it in a small cast iron pan and simply blow the smoke into dark corners or wherever your intuition guides you to clear your space of unwanted energies. Be sure to open the windows or crack a door so that these energies have a way of escaping as you invite them to be on their way. There's a little blessing for you watching right now. So I kind of consider all of that number 1, using mugwort for space clearing. Now, number 2, you can chew a small or large leaf before your meditation or other mind-body practice to just help become more open to the subtle energies around us. Number 3, you can also chew 1 leaf before bedtime while setting the intention for active dreaming. Artemisia deglaussiana is significantly more bitter than Artemisia vulgaris, so be absolutely certain that you've positively identified the plant before harvesting and ingesting, but don't be surprised if it tastes ever so slightly like bleach. Number 4, you can add a big handful of loose dried mugwort like this one to a dream pillow, which may also contain other known bedtime herbs such as skullcap, passionflower, lavender, and chamomile. This can promote a very magical experience of simultaneous deep relaxation and vivid dreams. Now, if you don't enjoy sewing, you can still make your own dream pillow by purchasing a thin reusable cotton produce bag from your local health food store, like this one. For easy cleanup, you can place the bag inside of a mason jar and add handfuls of your desired herbs while using a wide mouth funnel. This is widely considered the best friend of every kitchen witch and head witch. So when finished, you can just remove the funnel and tie up your bag and sleep with it either hanging next to your bed or in the bed with you next to your pillow or inside your pillowcase. Number 5, you can also roll your own herbal cigarette like this rather sad looking one here that I made earlier this week and smoke a little bit before bed. Personally, my lungs have told me that their job is hard enough and they prefer mostly being asked just to process air. And there are exceptions to every best practice. Not being especially practiced at rolling my own herbal smokes, I will let you find a tutorial elsewhere for doing that if that's something that you feel called to do. I will say that smoking is a traditional means of administering this plant's healing properties, and we have known many a good witch that have worked with mugwort to transition away from tobacco or cannabis overconsumption. Number 6, you can very easily make a mugwort vinegar by adding a handful of fresh or dried herb to a jar of apple cider vinegar. I'm currently out of vinegar, so this is a culinary sage vinegar that I have in hand, but the preparation method is the same. Be sure to use a plastic cap since vinegar will corrode the classic 2-part mason jar lid and leach metals into your medicine, which is obviously something that you don't want to have happen. You can then taste the extract with a little dropper or spoon after a week or two and strain out the plant material and store it in the refrigerator when it tastes as potent as you want it to taste. This is a really quick way to add some medicine to soups, sauces, and salad dressings, and it will keep in the fridge for the same length of time as your plain apple cider vinegar. In closing, mugwort is generally considered a safe, abundant, common herb, and as such is a wonderful complement to any active dreaming, energy medicine, or kitchen witch practice. Just be aware that even common, gentle herbs can be powerfully effective. Mugwort is considered an emmenagogue, which means they do have the power to bring on a menstruation if your cycle is feeling problematically long for any reason. If you're curious to learn more, we encourage you to click the link below and head over to riocosmico.com, where you will find our Mugwort Medicine mini course, a group intuitive research journey and a magical exploration into the unique spirit medicine of mugwort. You can also follow us over on Instagram at Active Culture Family, where we share weekly about the blessings and challenges of this good green road that we're walking. If you enjoyed this video, remember your likes, comments, and shares actually really do help us to continue to make these videos. So thank you in advance for helping to spread the word, and we wish you many blessings on your journey.